We can do the things.
Can we?
Sorry for
Oh, no.
the delay there.
I don't mind at all.
Understand what happened.
It's okay.
I don't like it.
You are a magician and a wizard.
Am I?
You are.
Thank you.
Just need to grow. Our friendship won't end. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy.
Hello and welcome to Girls Who Came to Sugar Bakers, where nerds and platonic life partners Erin and Leslie watch episodes of Designing Women, then recap, review, and share other fun things related to the show. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Erin.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Guess what?
We're in the same room.
We're in the same room.
We're in the same room. I just had a weird mini attack where I was like, how do people do this live? Could you imagine?
No.
Like, you would have to go out first and be like, hello, I'm Leslie. And then they'd be like, cheering, yay. And then you'd have to like introduce me. Like, that would be so weird.
That would be weird.
People do it though.
They do.
I've been to many live podcasts. Yeah, it was cute that I went to one with a friend and she has never been to a live podcast and she was like, oh, will this be you? And I was like, no. No. It's a very niche show. We do not have that many followers.
Yep.
They're definitely not in the same city as us and we kind of like don't want everyone to know who we are. So no. Leslie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Doing pretty good because you're here. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm having a good day because I'm with you.
Hey.
Hey. Win-win.
Win-win.
I told Leslie my entire journey of getting to North Carolina, and that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh, wow. I was being sarcastic.
No,
You
I
sound
didn't.
Genuine.
I enjoyed it.
It sucked because since I was driving so many hours or exhausted, we didn't really talk to each other for like 2 weeks.
It was the worst.
It was bad. It was not good.
I did not enjoy it.
And then like we didn't know exactly, not what we didn't know, but like we couldn't get back on like a rhythm of it because we were just so used to like, oh hey, like,
hope your day's good.
Like, oh yeah,
Night.
so tired.
Like,
Night. Like, it was like not good. It's so stupid. What do we do now?
So the
calendar?
first thing we do is
Cheese.
we haven't had any good ones lately, but there's some
or
exciting
should I
ones
say
today.
cheese toast?
Toast.
Because wait, I wonder if you could say it the way you said it before. That was like going through what they were. She was like cheese toast. Like she was like so excited. Cheese
Very
toast.
Country and
It was
very
really
excited.
So today is National Cheese Toast Day, and that is pretty exciting. You eat some cheese toast in your life.
I do eat a lot of
like
cheese
on the
toast.
regs.
On the regs.
Yeah, toast is great. Don't even be sneezing at toast because you can put anything on it.
Yep.
You can make it savory or sweet.
So many
what
options.
What are you doing? Just like put some stuff on bread. Even if you don't like gluten-y bread, you can like put it on gluten-free bread. You can put it on.
You can
all
like
kinds.
toast a sweet potato.
Oh yeah,
if you're like paleo or
yeah.
keto or whatever, just take a sweet potato slice.
Mm-hmm.
Put some avocado on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what's
You've
really good?
That.
Cheese
Yeah.
toast with avocado on top.
Wow, that's pretty exciting.
I
think
with
I've
on
done
like
that
sourdough bread.
Oh, shut it up.
So
shut
good.
it right up. I have some from my travels. I have some Marionberry jam somewhere that I need to like get. It's like a huge jar, and that was like the one thing I wanted to get from Oregon because they only really have Marionberry in Oregon. Really, I don't even remember exactly what it tastes like. It's kind of like a blackberry.
I've never had
with
it.
something else. Well, I'll bring you some jam and put
thanks.
it on toast when I find the jar.
When you find the jar.
When you said keto, I keep thinking people say taquito. Like
that's so much more fun.
Yeah, like a small roll taco instead of
we
keto.
served taquitos on Friday night, and I stuffed several in my face. They were
wow. What were they? Chicken? Were they beef?
They were chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had chicken taquitos. We had sopas, pork sopas.
Whoa.
We had Mexican street corn dip.
Ooh.
And there was something else.
I lived in Los Angeles for 2 years. I never had elotes. Or I didn't have any in New York either, but definitely not in Los Angeles, which is sad.
That is sad.
Although I don't like need to eat mayonnaise in my life. And I think I'd have to like make sure someone makes it without mayonnaise.
Yeah, I just like tried the dip and like it was good, but
was the dip just mayonnaise plus corn?
No. I don't know what was in it, but it was like it was real creamy. But I feel like they probably did put because I mean we're not obviously in a place where you eat authentic food.
There's some Mexicans here.
No, where I was.
Oh, where you were at the time.
in the
yes.
building I was in where
yes.
the food was being prepared.
Yes.
But people said it was good. I didn't dislike it.
It was sweet corn dip.
I don't know.
I love
It
when
just
people
said
specify
like
that
street
it's
corn.
sweet corn.
It just said
street corn.
dip.
I like when people are like, it's sweet corn. I'm like, what's the difference between that and like corn? Like all corn's kind of. Is it sweeter?
I guess.
Wow.
Well, they had a lot left over though because our dinner was just like chicken and corn, just like in a casserole. And embarrassing. I don't digest corn very well, and so I asked
Nobody
my
does.
manager
You're
if I
not
could get a
supposed to.
sandwich instead, and she was like, "Yeah, go get a sandwich."
Yeah, nobody digests corn well. I think we're not supposed to eat it.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, that's why I was like, I don't try to eat mayonnaise because I don't digest eggs well. I've learned it's just
Right.
an intolerance.
Yeah.
I'm not working on an allergy. I was afraid.
It's just intolerance.
It's just an intolerance. I'm not. Intolerances supposedly don't become allergies.
That's good.
Supposedly. 'Cause
Hopefully.
I do not want to have to
Avoid eggs forever.
Jeez.
That'd be so hard.
Oh, horrible. They are
Let's
in
not do that.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Back to cheese toast.
Sorry. Back to the day at hand.
Let me see. Oh my god, this is so funny because it is written like you've never heard of cheese or toast in your life.
No one knows what either of these things are. We are
It
here
says,
to
it says
fix
on
that.
National Day calendar, simple but delicious, cheese and toast. Sorry. She's trying to take a sip and I made her laugh. Simple but delicious, cheese and toast go well together. A little butter helps everything meld together nicely too. The crustier the bread, the better. It makes an excellent side dish, but cheese toast also serves up a satisfying snack. Yeah, okay, hold on.
What?
While food holidays aren't in short order on the calendar, we can't surpass them because of the carb count. I should have read that sentence before I started to know how much it was going to annoy me. That is stupid. Oh my god. In the middle of dinner conversation, a chunk of cheese toast waved in the air emphatically punctuates your story, especially when finishing a monologue with a satisfying bite.
Bitch, what?
I dropped my phone. I cannot
She
deal with
literally
you.
just threw her phone down on
What
the
is
couch.
happening?
What?
Okay. It might surprise many to know the treat was created by Del Johnson. In 1958, he opened his first Sizzler restaurant, which are not here anymore. They're in the West, apparently.
No.
It was an instant success, and although the recipe changed a bit over the years, the concept of a cheese toast hasn't. So he was in Sizzler was the first place they made a cheese toast. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean,
The more you know.
but then there's also the Welsh rarebit that we've talked about before on this.
Yes.
That is like, it's kind of like a gravy-ish cheese toast thing.
Right.
I mean, people have been putting cheese on toast before 1958. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like people probably were.
Yeah. So, stop trying to take the credit, Mr. Sizzler Man.
Mr. Sizzler Man.
What is his name? Del Johnson.
Del Johnson.
It's ridiculous. But there we go. That is today. We have not had any. Oh, wait. You had pizza that's a little bit like cheese
That
toast.
is a little like cheese toast with some sauce and pepperoni on it.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cheese toast, like kicked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought cheese and sourdough bread at the grocery store.
Well, that's.
And I will probably eat it at
Yeah,
some point this
I think
week.
you will.
So,
Well, there you go.
gonna celebrate.
Celebrate. Did you have a sugar baker moment this week or the
It's
past couple weeks?
Right now, spoilers. We are together, and I am excited.
It was a long
And
journey.
nothing else good happened in the last
Oh
2 weeks.
no!
It's okay. It
Oh,
happens.
No.
This is the best thing, though, so it's fine.
Oh jeez, did you see anything or read anything you want to shout out or listen to anything you want to shout out?
Yes.
You don't have to. I'm just leaving the room for you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the space, friend.
Yeah.
I started listening
Leslie,
to...
this is a safe space where you can say you don't have a sugar baker moment, but you do have shout outs. It's
I
okay.
do have a shout out. So I am rewatching... Look, this is a problematic show.
Here we go.
It was 2004,
Oh,
and people got a lot of
no.
shit wrong.
Yeah,
It's a
they
lot of stuff that
did.
no one would do or say in 2019.
Yup.
And I fully accept all of that. However,
Wow.
I'm rewatching the L Word because they're rebooting it, and it's coming back in December. And Bet Porter.
Have people been complaining
So-
about what they like that it's just like wrong or
I
whatever?
think there's like a lot of outdated stuff about trans,
trans, I
issues
remember,
is
yeah.
a really big one.
Yeah.
And then like people are always giving Alice shit about being bi,
Ooh,
and the whole
yeah,
time like
that's
Jenny's
right.
trying to figure out her sexuality. She's like adamantly like, I mean, Jenny Schechter is awful, but
Such problems.
she's a precious little person in the very beginning, just trying to
Yeah.
figure herself out.
Trying to
And
figure
so
herself
people
out.
are constantly like invalidating her when she says that she likes men and women, and all the guys are like, oh, she's just a dyke and like da 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 da, but she is bi. and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do, and people are just like constantly invalidating her.
Wow.
There's a lot of things. But it's coming back in December.
The community is never excited about bis.
No.
That's how it is.
That's
it's
true.
just always a problem because you're this weird little bridge. You're not this or
Yeah.
that. And
people are always trying to put you in a
Bi
box.
Erasure and yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's coming back in December, and it looks like they have cast some actual, like, really a good representation of the queer community so far. I don't know. I've only seen the teaser trailer and read about it. I'm pretty sure
I need to start saying, I'm just like staring at Leslie and like with big eyes. I'm not like, and you guys don't know.
And
I'm freaking her out.
Angelica is a like full ass teenager, so we're all old. You're welcome.
Oh, that's right.
But
well,
there's
15 years.
Yeah. And so there is a podcast. There's a couple. One of them is one of the like leaders at Autostraddle.
Oh.
And I can't remember exactly what the other person does, but they are doing a recap. And so they are rewatching all of them. I started rewatching before I found this podcast.
Yeah.
But they are also rewatching all of them in anticipation of the show coming back in December. And so there's a recap show called To L and Back.
Oh, my God.
And they're super
That's
cute, and it's fun, and I'm enjoying it a lot.
Well,
and other than that, I haven't really done much else except for sew.
Well, I mean,
work.
Yeah. I'll give another shout out. I know.
Oh, there goes your water bottle.
Just kicked over my water bottle. I know I've talked about BookBiffle before, but it was really fun to come over to Leslie's place today, and she took out all the stuff that she has made.
So many.
Like, I think it's like 5 boxes or something like that.
It's the 3 full bins, and then there's a few extras. There's 4 full bins, of just the biffles, and then there's a full bin of scrunchies and a full bin of headbands.
That's exciting.
I did not drag out the whole hanger of scarves that are in that closet right there. And then the 2 pillows.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't see any scarves apart from the one I'm wearing. You're right. There are scarves. Oh, and the one that Philip was wearing. Oh, my God. That was so funny.
That's the best picture I've ever seen. I'm going to see if I can get a release to use that in advertising.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the best picture
You
I've
need
ever
that
seen.
on
the
framed
greatest.
like on your like little like table when you're going to be doing stuff.
Yep.
Leslie gave me a whole bunch of sewed things for my birthday. That's a good thing. I'm wearing a scarf right now. Scrunchies in my hair. I have a headband. I have 2, I think, biffles that she had made for me, and then I bought like 3 more or something like that, and then she gave me one. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's a lot. I'm so excited. I've got all of her business cards to give out to people, and I'm giving them as presents, and it's so fun. So Leslie has a lot of stock. If anyone wants to buy these, they are so fun. Is all your stuff up in your store?
No.
Yeah.
A lot, like at least 50 designs are up, but not all of it.
Because it's a lot, and everything is really cute. Like, I know I'm like biased, but like it's really fun.
Thanks for the shout out, buddy.
So that's my little kind of shout out. Oh shit! What's my sugar breaker moment?
You have so many.
This is one because I didn't get to see Leslie, well, I now get to see you. I didn't get to talk to Leslie when I was driving across the country.
It's the worst.
I think I was driving for like a week and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
So
because we missed 2 Sundays, so it wasn't quite 2 weeks, but we did miss.
Yeah, because I think I left on Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, because Jennifer came on Wednesday. As we were kind of mentioning before, that one of my best friends I hadn't seen in 7 years flew down from Iowa to Los Angeles to help me pack up my ass.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to Jennifer to pack me and my dog up into my car, and we got everything in. Because it's just me and my little Hyundai accent. I just drive across the country, and that was the thing, is I didn't want to like load it down. I didn't want to like have too much stuff, so I got rid of a lot of stuff, and that took like months.
Yeah,
to like make sure that like, because I had
huge
accumulated I don't tend to get stuff, but since I thought I was gonna be living in LA for a long time, people gave me stuff, and I went with it.
Right.
And I thought I was gonna be living in the apartment I was living in, so I was like, yeah, sure. And then also you just have to have almost nothing in order to be able to just move in a car.
Yeah. With
your friend and their stuff and your dog and stuff. You have to have not much. So that took a while. And Jennifer, she came to Los Angeles. We had a fun day at like Griffith Observatory. We did everything.
All the things.
I drove like mainly 12-hour days until I got to Iowa, because I drove her back to Iowa. We went and saw my friend Jules in Oregon, and we saw other friends there as well. And then we kind of drove all through the country, went to Iowa. We spent my birthday in Chicago.
Yay.
Where I saw How This Get Made Again. I went on stage and rapped. I did a bad job. But
you did it.
It was
you
fun.
Did that
I
shit.
did it. I'm still pretty shocked that like I did it, that I got myself up there. Because I'm not, my whole family are actors, and I was an actress as well, but it's not something I like enjoy. Oh my god, are you yawning away from the mic? You can yawn on the mic.
I don't want to spark like a chain reaction.
Oh, okay, that's hilarious.
I'm not gonna yawn on the mic.
You can yawn on the mic. That was really cute. You're like a little cat. Like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I don't know if I have like one sugar baker moment in there. It was really amazing to be able to see. I got to spend time with my friend Jennifer, and she like kind of kept me going on this really long, exhausting trip, and she was exhausted as well. We got to spend time with my friend Jules. I got to see my friend Anne and Treva and Joanna. I don't think any of these people listen to the podcast, but just in case they do, I was excited.
Shout out to y'all.
I was excited to say hi, and it was hard because I had to say a lot of goodbyes, and that sucked, but you know. And then I got to see my friend Sam in Chicago, and I think those are all the friends that I saw along the way. I guess again, I got to go see How This Get Made, which was a present from Jennifer and her dad.
Such a good show. Listen
Such a
to
good
it
show.
If you don't.
Oh, it was the Space Jam show.
I
that
can't
was really
wait for
fun.
that one.
I know it's. I love one of the bits they talked about is how like Michael Jordan must have nightmares now with just him in a room full of green people because like that's all it was. Like,
yeah,
right?
that was it.
Oh my god,
The one in Durham is up now. The one that they
I
did,
saw
that Philip and Kara saw.
Yeah, I need to. Like,
I
listen
love
to
it when Paul talks about Durham and then like Jason's reactions. I won't tell you.
Oh shit,
spoilers,
really?
but yeah, it's fun.
Oh man. Shout out to Jason Mantzoukas, the future father of my children.
Yes,
I just love
cutest
him
babies
so
ever.
much. Love him so much. We've had some fun interactions. Erin has a crush on a boy all the time. A crush on a boy. That's a really funny way to say that. I don't think of. He's like a 46-year-old man
on a male human.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been weird being back in North Carolina. So there is that. Yeah, I haven't properly lived here for 4 years, apart from when I was here for like 2 months 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
That was just like a stop off.
That was. I don't know that I have any real shout outs other than what I've been saying. I'm rewatching Gilmore Girls, which is fun, which I may or may not have been doing last time. And loving Expedition Unknown because I can watch it on my parents' TV.
Greatest. I can't wait.
If you guys have not seen, it's at least the first 2 seasons are on Hulu, and it's on Discovery Now. It used to be on Travel Channel. Josh Gates is just one of the most pleasant hosts. He's pleasant. I'm leaning
I love
over
him so
and
much.
just like emphatic to Leslie that he is pleasant.
He is pleasant.
He is so pleasant.
We cannot say it enough.
So pleasant. And that's one of the shows that I started watching when I'd seen it before, but I started watching it again when I was in grad school and I needed something just kind of nice on. Mm-hmm. And like I was kind of like bummed, and I got a cold like my second day here because I had been really just run ragged by the traveling
and also the climate change.
And the climate change is like ragweed season here apparently.
And
Everyone's
it's
sick,
not.
and
It's like 98%
yeah,
humidity
it is
and 90
hot.
degrees outside.
I gotta move back to. Can I just take everyone here and move back to Los Angeles real quick?
Can you just bring
Because
that weather
it is
here
like,
because it's garbage?
Oh my god! Like we only had to have our air conditioning like once or twice on during the summer, never at night. We had to have it not at night at all. Except for I think I did one night that like felt like it because I was dumb. Yeah, this is pretty horrible, and I've had like a fever for like 3 days, and so I'm like just a sweaty mess. I told Leslie I was like, don't even come over to the side of the couch until I'm like gone for 3 hours because I'm just sweating.
I mean that's the default. Like I had to take a shower before you came over, and all I did today was vacuum this tiny ass apartment, walk across the parking lot to do laundry, and go to the grocery store. And I was disgusting.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was gross.
I'm from here. I can't do it.
It's not fun.
Oof.
Maybe it'll be cool in November.
Maybe. Oh my god, I almost started saying gone till November. We cannot shout out Wycliffe. He is a mess. No, we can't do that.
Can't do that. Oh, one last shout out.
Please.
The Testaments by Margaret Atwood is out.
Oh yeah.
I have it. I haven't had time to read it. I've read like 4 chapters. I have it for 2 weeks, so hopefully in those 2 weeks I can get it read and get it back to the library.
Mm-hmm. What do you think so far?
I like it so far. It's not so far it's not a direct continuation of the end of the other one.
No.
It's in that same world, but it seems to be like it starts off as like one of the aunts or whatever It's like a portrait of her. And then it goes to one of the children of the handmaids. So like one of like the privileged children that is born in this new society and like her growing up. And I haven't gone very far, but that's
fascinating.
Yeah.
She's amazing to me.
I'm gonna go
We're
see
gonna see
her in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, November. It'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
You'll see
Margaret Atwood will be
Atwood.
here. It's
Yes.
gonna be so much better.
So we're just gonna skip right over October, except we're not because we need to watch like
because
Practical Magic and Hocus Pocus.
yeah,
and
Hocus
have all
Pocus,
the-
Psycho.
Oh yeah, Psycho. I kind of want to rewatch like all of. Oh, you're gonna do it because you do your 30.
I'm not doing 31 this year.
Whoa!
I was so disappointed last year at the actual garbage that people recommended that I trusted because they know a lot about film. And like there were 2 or 3 new to me movies that I did not hate out of like 29 because I rewatched Hocus Pocus and Psycho and everything else was new. So I've got a few, like I think I have like 10 so far that I actually want to see that I've just missed in the past year or something.
Oh.
And I'm gonna watch those, but I'm not gonna do 31.
Okay. I was gonna say, what if you just watch like the ones you know you like?
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's,
gonna
like,
rewatch
fine.
some favorites and then ones that I've missed in the past year that look scary and good. I'll watch those too.
I would like to see the It's.
Yeah, I'll
you
rewatch
liked
those.
the
if-
second one more
I
than the
did.
first.
No, not more than the first, but I did like.
okay.
I don't think a lot of people liked it, but I mean,
The second.
yeah, or as much as the first. But like,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm more
it's-
interested
What do
in the
y'all
second
want?
for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know why.
Bill Hader.
That's exactly why.
That's why. That's why everyone's
Look,
interested in the second
Bill
one.
Hader,
He-
but also
He's amazing in it.
Bill Hader is very I was
Yes,
gonna say underdeveloped, underrated. People need to get on the Bill Hader train.
Yeah.
As apparently they now have.
they have. My friend
Oh.
Miles, who is a professional actor,
Mhm.
loves Bill Hader, and he was like, he predicted that Bill Hader is going to be like the Tom Hanks in the 90s, where like just like he can do no wrong because he's just been on fire in like everything he's done.
Yeah,
I hope so.
that's
I'm
pretty
here for it.
exciting. And then people are going to go back to SNL and be like, "Wait, what?" It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. There are a lot of good people that are in the second one, and so I need to go see it. I need to see the first.
I'll
but
watch
then-
them both with you.
Yeah.
It'll be like a whole day. We'll have to plan a day because they're both like 3 hours.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
You stop. This is like
They're-
this is like fucking King.
Stephen
I mean,
King.
the book is like huge. What?
Yes.
happened?
Doctor Sleep comes out in November also.
Oh no.
The sequel to The Shining.
Wow. There's a lot going. November's got a lot going on. Sorry, October. It's all about November.
It's all about November now.
October's donezo. It's all about November.
October
now.
is donezo.
Oh geez. Okay. I could talk to you all day.
Same.
And I will. I'll talk to you the rest of the time, but
Yeah.
maybe not on mic. These people don't need to hear it.
There.
Do you want me to say what TV Guide said about this episode?
I would love to know how TV Guide spoiled this episode for us.
I know, me too. So TV Guide, what we watched this week, we watched season 6, episode 10, Julia and Rusty Sitting in a Tree. I cannot believe that they called it that. It first aired November 18th. Talk about November.
Talking about November.
So stupid. Hashtag talk about November. November 18th, 1991. And TV Guide reads, Julia and Rusty, the electrician, double date with Mary Jo and a guy in a see-through shirt. That is a spoiler! Oh my god.
Also, why is that in the summary?
I know.
A guy in a see-through shirt.
Horrible.
He has a name.
Played by it should be Clayton Landy, I guess, but it's like Clatyon, like Clatyon.
They mistyped that, or is that
I don't know. No, it's Clayton. They mistyped it. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
Lower down it says Clayton.
Jeez, TV Guide.
I know. Clayton. It's like how she says Quentin, but she's like Quentin, like Clayton. Meanwhile, Carlene and Allison date schoolboys. Oh my goodness. So we've got Clayton Landy
All the
is
spoilers.
the see-through shirt guy. Oh my god, he doesn't even have a name. He's guy in see-through shirt.
He has a name. It's Dave.
It's Dave, exactly. That's hilarious.
That's rude.
Rusty is played by Michael Goldfinger and is the same actor that's been all along. I love that. Dennis is one of the schoolboys. He's played by John Asher, who I was like, who is that? And I believe what I know him from is the Weird Science TV show.
Nice.
And like a couple of things in like this era.
Yeah.
And Donnie is played by Jordan Brady. Leslie, what the hell did we watch this?
This
week?
I'm still processing. I don't know. I've seen it twice, and I'm like, what the hell did we watch?
Yeah.
So we start Sugar Bakers as per usual. Allison is on the phone calling Carlene's dean, professor, whatever, about her history test that she got a D on.
Look, I was like, Leslie, did we know that? Oh no, I hope you guys cannot hear them. I'm about to get a cough drop. It's like crinkle, crinkle, crinkle,
Rustling.
I was like, did we know that Carlene's going to school and that Allison's paying for it? What is this about?
No, just like many things in the show just came out of nowhere.
Okay.
They ask Allison if she is Carlene's mother because legit people do that in college.
What?
Like people's parents
Pay
call
for it?
Well, no, like they call about things, and like we've had people's parents call about their fines and like if they're in trouble and all this other stuff, and like their parents will handle it. And I was like, oh no, I was a grown ass adult at 18 and handled my own shit.
I don't think. Jeez, I don't for them to have to.
Or like, I noticed too with the job fairs that we have, people bring their parents, and their parents will talk to us and ask us questions. And I'm like, I'm not giving you a job. I'm giving your kid a job.
To, like, grow up.
They don't. That's the problem.
I think our parents did us a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, figure it out. Good luck.
Yeah.
And guess what? We did.
Yeah.
So she says she's not her mother, but she did loan her the money to attend college, and she expects something better than a D. Seems to me she should be talking to Carlene about why she got a D and not these people.
But she's very entitled, and very entitled people want to blame the person.
Everyone else.
Except,
exactly. Yeah, good point. And Julia asks, after Allison hangs up, if she should keep calling up Carlene's teachers. It seems that Carlene is having a rough enough time in college without Allison complaining and alienating her professors. And Allison says that she is not alienating anyone. She is simply demanding that Carlene get her due. As you mentioned, entitled people. Mm-hmm. Mary Jo says, I love Carlene as much as the next person, but it seems to me maybe Carlene did get her due and it was a D.
I love that line.
It's so accurate.
It's good.
She says, have you given any thought to maybe that you're putting too much pressure on her?
Mm-hmm.
She's okay. So this is the thing. Allison has Carlene taking 16 college hours.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's a lot.
Like 5 classes in a lab?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's still working at Sugar Bakers.
Yeah.
And Allison says, all right, don't all of you pile on me. Here I am doing something wonderful for Carlene, and all I get from the two of you is abuse. What you both really need are dates.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Wow.
And that's exactly what Mary Jo says. She's like, I beg your pardon?
Wow.
And Allison says, certainly it would make my life much easier, and you spend too much time hanging around the sperm bank. It's making you bitter.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
The audacity of Mary Jo's. Again, excuse me.
I thought a little bit that was foreshadowing that she was about to meet someone who she was going to have a baby with instead of having a sperm bank.
Hey.
I thought that.
Maybe.
That is not what happened.
I don't remember.
See-through
not
shirt.
in this episode.
No, see-through shirt did not
make it
happen.
No one wants to have a baby with him. He doesn't use deodorant. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Allison says, you're always so uptight about some little cause or injustice, and what each of you needs is a real man in your life. Or a he-man at some point. She says he-man at one point. Would take your mind off your problems. And Julie says, I don't see myself as someone riddled with problems. And Mary Jo's like, yeah, and I don't hang around the sperm banks. And where do you get off advising us about men? And Julia says, that's right. The closest encounter I've seen you have with a man lately is when Mary Jo's unsuspecting brother was out hunting in the woods and you jumped him from behind.
Wow.
Ooh, burn.
Wow.
Allison's like, okay, well, I'm just going to go check the mail. The way the two of you are going, you wouldn't know Mr. Wright if you found him standing on your doorstep. And then she opens the door and is greeted by Rusty's crack.
I loved it.
It was great. And then Anthony comes in and he's just gotten back from Bernice's. He went over for breakfast because she's been really lonely lately and she never wants him to leave. And then he's like, grabbing his back as if it's hurting. And he says, there's just so many games of Twister a body can play. I'm impressed that Bernice can still play Twister. I would be like Anthony if I had to play more than one game, I'm sure.
Old
in
bones.
pain. And so Rusty comes in and he said he's put the new breakers in. He's just kind of like hanging around for a minute, and Julia asks him if he's okay. And he says that tomorrow's his birthday. He's turning 40, and he's thinking it would be an incredible honor if Julia would have dinner with him. He says she's the classiest, most impressive person he's ever met, and that's how he'd like to kick off the second part of his life, by having dinner with somebody like that, or you if you're available.
That confused me a little bit, but yeah, okay.
It's weird. He flubbed up his lines here too. And he's like, you wouldn't have to worry or anything. I'm not a weirdo who would become obsessed with you and try to kill you. I mean, that's reassuring, I guess.
I mean, she liked it.
Yeah, she was like, thanks, Rusty. That's a relief, and definitely make sure offer more attractive. However, I have a rule about dating people in the workplace. And he just kind of shrugs it off. He's like, no big deal. You know, I was out of line to ask. Just forget I ever said anything. And Julie says, as I said, I have a rule about dating in the workplace. And that rule is, and she takes a sip of tea, never go unless it's a one-time, non-romantic dinner date involving one participant who happens to be turning 40. That is a mouthful.
That's damn specific.
And so he's very excited. And she tells him to call her tomorrow with the details around 7. And he pulls up his pants.
Yeah.
It's very cute. He's like, all right.
Yep.
And then we quickly cut to the next evening. No filler there. Julia comes down looking very nice in an all white ensemble. And they ask her, you know, what she's all dressed up for. And she says she's just having dinner with a friend. And she's like, you know, if y'all just want to go on and leave, I can finish up here. She's like, she doesn't want them seeing who she's going out with.
Yeah.
And Allison's like, ooh, you took my advice and got yourself a date, huh? No one should ever take Allison's advice. No one took Allison's advice.
I was like, nope.
No, that's not at all what happened. Mary Jo asks who he is, and Julia says no one in particular, just a friend having a birthday. Carlene cannot wait to see him. And then the doorbell rings. She opens it. It's Rusty. He comes in a very nice suit. He
was like fancy.
Yeah, he was super fancy. And he's speaking fancily as well. Fancily. He says, I trust I'm not ahead of schedule, but our limo driver is overly zealous.
I immediately said, for my 40th birthday, Leslie, I'm getting a limo.
Write it down. And he says, and may I say, you're looking lovelier than you've ever looked this evening. And she like tells everybody bye, and they're all just kind of like stunned. And then Rusty like kind of leans his head back in and says, oh, I forgot. Don't wait up.
Oh my God.
And then we cut to a fancy place called Emilio's.
Well, I read that. I remember the bit from Night of Roxbury where they're like, and I was like, Emilio. I thought in my head, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a dummy.
That's funny. They just saw La Boheme. And he has all of this like knowledge about Puccini and how he lived all of this way, and he's just like spouting it out. Julia's having a good time, and he says he can understand that, you know, pawning something you love, so that someone you love can have a really wonderful evening with a really beautiful woman. And he's like, by the way, I want you to know that the reason my pants always slide down is because my tool belt is heavy. It's an occupational hazard.
Yeah.
And Julia's like, oh, I see. And he's like, I hear you ladies talking about it all the time, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression that it's me trying to flirt with you or something. And Julia's like, please.
That's how he flirts.
Let me put your mind at ease.
Am I not flirting right? Do I need to start just having my butt crack hanging out? Yeah.
Doing it wrong.
I think some of my outfits I wouldn't be able to do it.
Just let it all fall down.
Okay. Let it all fall down.
Let it all fall down.
People fall into my trap.
Yes, that's it. That's how you get them. Fall into the crack. And Rusty says it's a great birthday for an Italian guy. See a great Italian opera, have great Italian food, and sitting across the table from me is a beautiful dark-haired, dark-eyed woman who's
like
laughing.
And
it made me think of when Ron Swanson is standing in front of that lady eating pancakes or waffles or whatever, and he's like, I'm a simple man. I like dark-haired women and breakfast food.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, same, Ron.
Yeah.
He says, I don't know how this could be more perfect. And Julia says, happy birthday, Rusty. Or should I say, you want to say it?
Oh, I have a thing in my mouth. Buon
I'm sorry. I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
Buon compleanno. Oh, shit.
There you go.
She didn't say it right either.
Oh, I Googled it and just like copy pasted it from Google Translate.
It's like bueno,
B-U-O-N.
Yeah, buon.
C-O-M-P-L-E-A-N-N-O.
Yeah, I get it confused with because there's buenos cumpleaños. Cumpleaños is Spanish, but buon compleanno.
Yeah.
Or we also say tanti auguri, which means like many blessings, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
didn't know that.
But the first one's good birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she says it, and she doesn't quite say it right, but she says it. And Rusty's like, oh, well, that did it. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
This is
that
the
was
perfect
it.
night.
He's
We're done. And Julia says, I'd like to make a toast that my daddy used to make, but, like, maybe I shouldn't. And Rusty's like, no, you're among friends. Do it. And so she raises up her glass of champagne and says, here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't can go to hell. And
Cutest
honestly,
ever.
It's a good life motto.
That's a good life motto.
I like it.
Somebody put it on a pillow.
Put it on a pillow.
I will put it on my couch.
Crochet that shit.
And then, but she looks so cute and like cross-stitched.
Whatever.
Crochet it. The people, she looks so excited after she said it.
She's so happy.
She was like a little giggle. Like
yeah,
I
like
did
she's
something.
done something wrong.
Oh, it was so good.
So cute. And then Rusty's like, so you want to go out with me again? And she's like taking a sip of her champagne and goes down wrong. And she's just like trying to smile through it. And then we cut to the next day at Sugar Baker's, and everyone's been waiting for her. And then as soon as she walks in, Allison and Anthony and Mary Jo are all singing the Sittin' in a Tree song. There's a clip on
adults.
it if you don't have Hulu and want to see it on our YouTube page.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Thanks.
Julia. That sounds really condescending, but I'm like,
no, it's
yay.
good. Julia's unimpressed with them, and she just ignores the two of them. Is like, "Good morning, Anthony." Like she's calling him out for being juvenile.
Better.
And Anthony says, "Good morning, Julia. The only reason I participated is because they needed a baritone." And she calls all of them silly, and they continue to tease her. And Allison says, "Oh, I think she has that special electrical glow about her this morning, don't you think?"
Mean.
And then Anthony says, so will you be seeing more of Rusty? Not that there's much more of him to see.
Wow.
And Julia says, there's nothing romantic going on between Rusty and me. And Marriage is like, Julia, we believe you. Mm-hmm. I just hope you're not going to start wearing your pants like that.
Oh my God.
Rude. Like, this isn't, y'all are dumb. And Julia says, okay, Mary Jo, last night I found out Rusty is an interesting and charming man, and I don't appreciate you all making him the butt of your jokes. Oh, and then she realizes what she said, and Allison's laughing, and it's all very silly.
She said butt.
And Marriage is like, would anyone like to back that one out of the park?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, those are my neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
And Allison says, are you trying to tell us that you're actually interested in Rusty? And Julia says, of course not, but I may go out with him one more time. He kind of caught me off guard. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Mm-hmm. And Marriage is like, so you are kind of dating Rusty? And Allison's like, that's right. After all, she's going out with him again. It's like I said, sitting in a tree, kissing with air quotes. And Julia like grabs her hands and she's like, stop.
Yeah.
And she's, I'm not dating Rusty. What I am doing is going out with him Wednesday night to the All-State Drive-In.
That is such a bad idea.
Yeah.
For someone you're trying to keep it like profesh / like platonic with.
Why are you
a drive-in? People only go to drive-ins to make out, right?
Pretty much. That's what I thought they were for.
That's what I thought they were for.
I don't know.
Or more necking, as I said earlier. They're gonna be necking.
So they've refurbished this theater. There's a foreign film festival, and in fact, he has a friend coming along. So Julia was hoping Mary Jo would go as well. Mary Jo says, she doesn't say it in the voice that people say it now, but it's the same tone that, thank you so much. Mm-hmm. But remember that plaque finding kit that I got for the dog? It's time for a follow-up. Mm-hmm. Again, never seen Mary Jo's dog.
Brownie, right?
Never seen Brownie. Don't, even when we go to her house, you would think we would know she had a dog.
I remember. Oh,
never,
yeah.
Always upstairs.
Just
and
asleep.
Very quiet. Just
wow.
sleeping.
That's hilarious.
And Julia says, frankly, I thought it might relieve some of the awkwardness for me. Of course, I spent last weekend sitting in the wet Georgia woods because you asked me to do you a favor, but, don't let that influence your decision.
Wow.
And Allison's like, well, what does this guy do? Fix toasters? And Mary Jo and Julia says, no, he's a plumber. His name is Dave. Dave.
There you go,
Dave. Him a name.
Dave.
Use his name. TV guide.
Say his name.
And Allison's like, ooh, sounds promising. Marriage is like, okay, I'll go. But if this guy turns out to be a jerk, I'm in the nearest cab. And Anthony's like, that's going to be kind of hard at the drive-in, Mary Jo. And Mary Jo turns around, and she just looks like a child, like just a petulant little child. And she's like, you just watch me. I'm going to take my portaphone, and I'm over 30. I don't have to put up with that crap anymore.
That's a good line.
So cute. I got to give her that. Mm-hmm. And Carlene comes in super excited. She's never going to believe what's happened. And Allison, the patron saint of her education, like immediately notices she does not have these books that she has paid for. And she's like,
yeah.
Like, where is your book bag where you're supposed to be studying? And Carlene's like, oh, I got so excited. I must have left it at the student union.
Like, what?
How do you walk off without all your shit?
I mean, what?
Huh?
That's impressive.
And she met the cutest guy.
Ew.
This is why she forgot all her stuff.
I
can't
like
imagine.
This is horrible.
He is also taking 16 college hours and manages a restaurant, and they have a date for Wednesday. And Allison's like, but that's the day before your exam. And Carlene's like, I know, we were up until 3 a.m. studying. And Allison's like, yeah, we're going to have to do all that again.
And she's like, no.
She's like, well, then you're just going to have to come on my date with me. And she's like, actually, it's not a bad idea.
What in
Ask
the
me
world?
if I had a friend. I think he's got a roommate that needs fixed up.
Oh my god.
This is never a concept that I understand, is people being
double
like,
dating, or
yeah, but in the context of, oh, I met this guy, well, and he's really cool. He's got a friend for you. Like,
I think it only happens on TV shows.
it sounds awful. Like, you've never met this person. You have no idea if you have anything in common with them. You're going out to, like, appease your friend, and then, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it really only happens on sitcoms.
Okay, good to know.
I don't know that it happens in real
I
life.
can't say I've
But
ever
it could
seen
be. I feel like, wouldn't it be so cute, like, if that happens, and then, like, that's how, and then, like, the original two people, like, end up not, but
Yeah.
then, like, the two who, like, accidentally met were, like, the ones who end
That
up
would
together.
be cute. That'd be the one cute story out
Yeah.
of a million horror stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Allison's like, well, I don't care who comes along, as long as they understand we got work to do.
Oh my god.
She asks where the date is. And Carlene's like, he told me I could pick. And then Allison's like, cool, we'll go to the same drive-in as Julie and Mary Jo.
What is this?
You can sit in the back seat with me
What is this?
on your date with this dude.
This might as well not be
What?
a date. This is the dumbest thing I've
Allison.
ever heard in my life.
Carlene's like, I don't want to sit with you.
No.
No one does. And
Famously, no
No
one
one
does.
does.
That's true.
Allison's like, well, I don't care what you want. We have work to do. Besides, the intermission, you can go with your little friends and enjoy the playground facilities. And Carlene tries to tell her she's not the boss of her. And Allison's like, that's right, Carlene, but are you or are you not the recipient of the 1991 Allison Sugarbaker Scholarship?
Horrible.
Carlene's like, yes. Allison's like, well, it might serve your interest if you were just a little more grateful. Also, how you gonna give somebody a gift and then be
can't.
like, this is how
There's
grateful you
strings
need
attached.
to be?
Like, come on.
That's garbage.
You help someone or you don't, and then you shut
Yeah.
up about it.
Exactly. She's like, I wish I had someone to show me this much love and attention when I was in school. My parents were always in Europe. And this line is great.
I love it.
Carlene's like, well, I'm sure that must have been really tough on you, Allison, but if you have to go to Europe, I'd understand. And like
so
turns
good.
around and
goes
walks away.
and sits down. Like, that
oh
was
my
good.
God.
It took a minute for me to
Yeah.
think about it. I loved it.
And then Carlene asks who they're going with, and Mary Jo tells Rusty and Dave. And then Carlene says, well, we're going with Dennis and Donnie. And Carlene says, who's your date with, Anthony? And Anthony's like, well, actually, Carlene, I have a date with Bernice.
Uh-huh.
And then we cut to the evening. Bernice comes in for their date, and I will talk more about this outfit later.
Yeah,
'cause
you
it's my
will.
favorite. But she has knee pads.
She's ready.
She's ready for anything. And she says, everybody stay calm and stay back. I'm going to give this man mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Like, she's going to attack
What's
Anthony.
going on,
And he's
Bernice?
like, don't start this again, Bernice. You just stop.
Too much.
Too much.
Anthony gets it from everyone, even Bernice.
He does. Poor
Always.
Anthony.
Jeez.
And they ask her about the knee pads, and she says, well, it gives the illusion of bigger knees, and that's the last of my beauty secrets I'm revealing.
That is the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, what the hell are you talking about, woman?
Greatest beauty secret of all time. Take
Yeah.
note, everyone.
Big
knee pads.
knees. You know how men love those big knees.
It's like shoulder pads, but for your knees.
Big knees.
Rusty and Dave come in. They had to pick up Dave's laundry, but it doesn't look like anyone picked up any laundry
No.
because it wasn't ready.
No.
And he has on a mesh see-through shirt and the tightest
Dave
jeans.
does.
Dave
Dave
does.
does,
He
yeah.
has on tighter jeans that I have on right now. Like, he
Yup.
invented skinny
Everything is
jeans
very
for
skin
dudes.
tight.
So
Oh,
tight.
I'm sorry, I went right over your line. She
No,
joked,
you're good.
When we watched it, she was like, he invented skinny
He
jeans. And we
invented
like
skinny
watched
jeans.
it. So
they
good.
look a lot like the jeans I'm wearing now, only like I don't have a big package in the front that's very tight.
Whoa, Leslie! Whoa,
That's like what you see when you walk.
I didn't
so
even
tight.
notice.
You didn't?
Oh my gracious!
They're
I was
really
distracted
tight.
by the tufts of fur sticking out.
Yeah,
the top,
there's
I
so
think.
many views.
You are red now.
I've never said
You are
anything. I'm just going to
blushing.
hand this over to you. You can read the rest of the notes.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to leave my home now.
Sorry. I wasn't expecting that. Woo!
And Allison points out Mary Jo, and then Mary Jo picks up the phone and says, "Hello, 911."
Yep. She's ready.
Julie tells him to wait in the car, and they'll be right out. And Mary Jo says, "No way I'm going out with a man who looks like he's smuggling furry animals under his shirt."
At which point I asked Leslie, I was like, is he really hairy? And she's like, most times people are just wearing shirts, so we don't know.
We don't usually see all that under a shirt unless it's made of mesh.
He did look a little bit like Sean Connery, who I think is famously furry,
Yes,
right?
he is. So maybe he is extra furry.
Okay.
And Julia's like, "Look, I know this isn't the date or the shirt of your dreams. Matter of fact, it's a repulsive shirt, but they're here and they're waiting, so we're just going to have to overlook it." And Mary Jo says, "What I want to know is why would anyone wear a shirt like that who is covered in that much hair?"
Yeah.
And Allison's like, "Well, Mary Jo, I feel that if Dave were here, I feel his answer would be something like, what? And Mary Jo's like, "Very funny, Allison. I hope you're as amused when you meet your date." And because this is a sitcom,
Wait for
immediately their dates walk in.
Yep.
And they are 12 years old.
I did not expect this.
They were
I should have, but I did not.
teenagers.
Wow.
And they are in their you'll notice from earlier, Carlene said he manages a restaurant. They work at a fast food restaurant with the paper hats.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he still manages
No,
it.
he does. But they still have their uniforms on.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know about y'all, but usually when we were younger anyway, we would change out of our clothes if we were going out after work.
Crazy.
We don't really anymore because
you would smell like
can't.
onions probably. Anyway,
Yeah.
So,
I
don't know.
don't know. And he got Carlene some free scratch off cards. I guess like you scratch it off and it's like a free burger or something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Because it's okay. He's the manager.
Yeah.
Bernice is like, "I want some." And then one of them's like, "Oh," or I guess Carlene's date. It's like, "Oh, Donnie, like that one's your date." And Anthony stands up and he's like, "As a matter of fact, she's my date. Do you boys have a problem with that?" And they're both like, "No, sir."
Yeah, don't be. And he's like, "Don't be bogus or whatever."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh god,
they're
you're
insufferable."
Horrible.
Carlene does introductions.
How old do you think they are? Do you think they are like 18, 19?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Because if she's going back to college and she's never been, she would be taking all intro classes.
Yeah.
That like 18 and 19-year-olds are also taking.
Jeez.
And Allison asks how old they are, and Carlene's like, "Oh, I don't know. Why do you ask?" And Allison says, "Because I don't want to get arrested tonight."
Good
and
point.
it's a good point.
It's a good point.
They look very young.
They look very young.
And Mary Jo's like, "I don't know, Allison. At least your date doesn't have hair peeking out of every porthole. Like she cannot get over this hairy dude and his mesh shirt."
God.
And then
I think Mary Jo
Dennis.
needs to be a lesbian. She's
Agreed.
really missing a trick.
Agreed.
Like, yeah.
Just jump on board that train, Mary Jo.
Yeah.
And Dennis tells Carlene she looks hot. Sonny, what do you think about that?
I just put my microphone to Sunny and she headbutted it. These are things I would do when Leslie cannot see me, but she is sitting on the same couch. Sorry.
And Carlene asks them if they have to wear their paper hats.
Oh, jeez.
And they're like, "Yeah, we're not allowed to alter." And like it's like a chant.
Yeah.
Alter or abbreviate in any way the Artie's ensemble.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not at work.
It's very strange.
And Allison's like, "Well, why don't you boys wait outside too, and we'll be along in just a minute." And Donnie's like, "Boy, mine's really old." Wow. I don't like none of this. That's
wow. Wow.
And Julia says, "Well, I guess that takes care of laughing at my date. Personally, I feel like the luckiest girl at the prom."
She is.
She is.
Totally.
Except for Bernice. Bernice is the
Bernice
clear
is the
winner
actual winner,
in this situation.
Yeah, Anthony is not.
We cut to the drive-in, and Rusty talks about like liking French films, and he's talking about what Philippe is gonna do and all this other stuff. And Julie's like, "Sorry, Rusty, I really don't much care what Philippe does."
She looks like crushed.
Laying
She
on
is
the side of the
flopped
passenger
over
door.
like she has been roofied. What
Yeah,
is going on,
she's
Julia?
done.
She is freaking done.
She says, "I don't care much what Felipe does. I do wish Francois would stop pouting and put her clothes back on." Dave, of course, loves French culture.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, the way he kisses. Like, this is how he adapts French culture into his life.
Yeah, he's very French.
Number two, I don't wear deodorant either. Ew.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Is that a thing?
Considered French. I know people always talk about French women don't shave their armpits. That's what people always say to me.
That's
which is fine.
Put some deodorant on them. That's you don't care if you shave them or not. Use deodorant. If you are over puberty, use deodorant.
Oh my goodness.
He says, "Don't worry, I use cologne." That's worse.
Yeah,
that's so much worse because then your cologne is going to give me a migraine.
Well, that's what.
And then you also still smell bad. Like it does not.
Well, that's what like Mary Jo says that she's like, you may have the quote where she's like, you can.
Yeah.
They both battle it out or whatever.
So just wait till the BO builds up and then slap some cologne on and let the two of them duke it out.
Oh my God. That's a lot.
And then we cut to Anthony and Bernice, and he's like, "Oh, these milk duds are stale." And Bernice like,
"That's not true.
What's wrong, dude? Did you get a dud?" And then she's like very amused with herself.
She loves it. Bernice is on fire the rest of this episode.
Yeah, she says, "I tell you, my jets are firing tonight."
She is.
And then she starts singing the Black Man song, and he's like,
"No,
you don't shut the fuck up! Like, stop!
No,
stop it." And then we cut to Carlene's double date. She and Allison are in the back.
Yeah, both the boys are in the front. Full
this is
uniform still.
I mean, it's fine because with their age,
they need
probably,
to not be in the back with the boy. Yeah.
And Carlene says, "That Philippe sure does have a lot of energy. It must be all that espresso." And then I just wrote dude 1 and dude 2 because I don't even know which one is which anymore. And
it's
one
Dennis
of them's like,
and Donnie. I think Dennis is the one who we think is from Weird Science, and Donnie's the other one.
And he's like,
dude is fine.
Philippe's a wuss. And the other one's like, all Frenchmen are wusses. They suck. And then they're like,
wow.
Blah, 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 blah. And then,
wow, that's a direct quote. Yeah.
They're annoying as shit.
They're horrible.
And then we cut to Bernice and Anthony. And Bernice is like, "Oh, do you want one of these?" Like she's drinking something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "I don't know. What is it?" And Bernice says, "It's old family tradition. Somehow it wasn't a trip to the drive-in without vodka stingers."
Wow.
And then she looks over and she's like, "Oh my, that car must be really hot." And like we cut to a shot of Mary Jo just making awful faces.
Yes.
She's like, and he's like, "Why?" And she says, "Because Mary Jo keeps rolling down the window and hanging her head out." And then we cut back to Mary Jo, and she's like, "Look, as long as we're being candid here, I'm just curious." She's done. What possesses a person to buy a see-through shirt? And they're like, "Mary Jo," and she's like, "No offense, but I think people should tell a person." Like Ferdinand Marcos in the Philippines, I assume he also had a see-through shirt. She said, "I think somebody should have just said to him, look, you're the president of a country. Your wife has 5,000 pair of shoes, and we can see your nipples."
Wait, what was the nipple confidence?
Nipple confidence. It's from the L Word. Shane has nipple confidence.
Almost boob count.
That's almost boob count. That is why she gets all ladies. She has nipple confidence.
Yeah, she does.
And then we cut back to people. Dave laughs at her, and he's like, "Oh, just let her go. I love it." Cut back to Carlene and Allison studying. And everyone wants Allison to like let up and take a break.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're just mad because we undid your bra." And she's like, "Look, if you crawl up this back again, I'm going to call your mother." How did she let them get close enough to her to do that? Like,
I know.
10-foot radius. No.
That is a thing that like boys used to like to, a little quick little,
like,
that's
why?
Really strange.
That's stupid.
Do you want to know what a vodka stinger is, by the way?
Sure. Because
I didn't, so I just looked it up. It's 1 1/2 ounce of vodka and 1 ounce of white creme de menthe.
That doesn't sound very good.
I know, that's why I had to share it with you. I was like, that sounds disgusting.
And also, if it's like tempered enough to be sitting outside at a drive-in, it's probably too hot for any cream-based drink.
Yeah.
No.
You need to be eating that with Junior Mints, not with Milk Duds.
No, yeah. You gotta strategically place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we had White Russians for Lebowski Fest in...
Oh, yeah.
Was it August? August.
Oh.
It was like 95
milk
degrees
was
outside,
a bad choice.
and we were serving White Russians because it was Lebowski.
Isn't a White Russian just like milk and Baileys or something?
Pretty much. And Kahlua.
Wait, is it Baileys and Kahlua, or is it just
so.
Kahlua?
I don't know.
Is it both? Oh,
I don't know. They made it before I got there. We just had it in a big jug, and we like made it for people. It's like pre-poured.
Oh, God.
And Donnie's like, "Oh, do you know the definition of a bra? This whole statement is just stupid." He's like, "Over the shoulder boulder holder." That's not the definition of anything.
You dumb dummy.
Shut up. Carlene's like, "Ew, that's gross." No, it's just dumb.
Yeah.
And Dave asks what the name. We'll cut back to the other car. So we're just like car hopping here.
Yeah.
And Dave's like,
nobody's making out.
No one's making out.
Everyone else is at this drive-in.
Yeah.
But except for these weird 3 cars.
Then everyone's miserable. And Dave asks what the name of the movie is. And Julia says, au revoir, mon pantalones.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, what does that mean? And she's like, nothing.
No.
And he's like, no, what does it mean? And
No.
she's like, no. And he's like, just tell me. She's like, all right, it means goodbye, my pants.
I was so excited that she said
great.
that.
Allison goes by Anthony's car. Sorry, so many A's. And he asks where she's going, and she says she's looking for the juvenile authorities so she can report these pubescents from hell.
Mm-hmm.
If you think I'm not using that quote sometime in the near future,
you're
wrong.
Pubescents from hell.
Anthony tells her to hang in there. He just talked to a guy in the concession stand, and he said Philippe finds his pants in the 3rd act. Spoilers.
This whole time he has had no pants.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess he lost his pants.
Movie? I'm looking it up.
I hope not.
Looking it up.
Mary Jo slaps Dave. Bernice is drunk. She sees the slap, I guess, because she like stands up there in a convertible. She stands up and she's like grabbing her throat. And she's like, "Oh my word, help me! I'm choking on a dud." She's just drunk and being really serious, silly, and just like screaming things. And Anthony's super embarrassed. And we cut to Sugar Bakers, and they all come like dragging their butts in, except for Bernice. Like she's super chipper.
She loves it,
and she's like, "I bailed your butts out with that phony dud emergency." Like she's super excited she did this.
Yeah.
And Mary Jo's like, "Thank goodness you did. I for one couldn't take that date for one more minute." And then Carlene says, "Dennis and Donnie seemed much more mature in class. I guess that paper hat really takes years off a man's age." Was it the hat? Was it?
It's not a real movie, by the way. I couldn't find it.
Damn it. There go our plans for tonight.
Yep.
And so Rusty comes in. He's got flowers. Asks Bernice if she's feeling better. Very thoughtful.
Yeah. He was so cute.
And she says, "Yes, thank you, young man." And then as soon as he walks by, she's like, "Heart attack! Heart attack!"
No,
and
stop.
Julie's like, "Stop! That's not. You don't need to do that.
You don't need to do that.
We're fine." And Bernice says, "Okay, it's just me trying to save your butt again."
Wow.
And then Julia tells Rusty thank you and asks Allison to put them in water. And Allison says they smell like bus fumes.
That's
and
not accurate.
It's not. They don't smell like that anymore.
No.
And Rusty says, "I bought them at a freeway exit." I don't know why any of this is important. Julia says it's not necessary to apologize. It just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
And Rusty says, "I know that. You know, I always have that special birthday. For a few days, I walked a little taller. My back was a little straighter. And for a few golden days, my pants were just a little higher."
That's adorable.
And Julia says, "I noticed." And he says, "Good night, Mrs. Sugarbaker." And she says, "Good night, Rusty." And then he leaves and his pants are sagging down again.
Yep.
And Anthony says, "How quickly love fades." And then we cut to the credits, which include "When Will I Be Loved," the Everly Brothers version, not the Linda Ronstadt version.
Wow.
And that's it. That's what happened.
Leslie, did you have a favorite outfit?
I did. I'm going to try to get to low. Did you have one? Would you like to talk about it?
I'll just describe it.
Just talk about it. It's good.
Because it is Rusty's outfit when he comes in to ask her for a date. But that it is particularly the screenshot where it's Anthony that opens the door, right? I think
it's Allison opens the door. Yeah.
And it's just Rusty bent over with his butt in the air. And there's a good amount of, there's at least 3
healthy
to 4
amount
inches,
of crack.
a healthy amount of crack, if you will, which is, that phrase has never been said
No
before.
No. First time ever.
It was a healthy amount of
you
crack.
heard it here first.
Yeah, TM. But he's wearing like a vest and he's just like precious. And I really appreciate, he talked a little bit like, there's this, I'm not going to remember it. There's this like brother that's in this movie in the 80s. The one that's like, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he looks adorable, but I do also like him in the like tux or whatever he wears.
Yeah,
for the date.
it's very sweet.
Yeah, but I appreciate just butt in
just
the face.
Butt and face.
Yeah,
he's a cat.
Well, so he is a cat. That's what I thought about when he was like, "I'm not trying to flirt." I was like, "That's like a cat thing." Be like, "Hey, look at my butt. I love you."
Yep.
So yeah, he's not doing that. So describe your wonderful outfit.
So mine is Bernice's before the drive-in. She comes into Sugar Bakers and she has on a bright yellow turtleneck with a very colorful sweater, long sweater that's just like geometric. And with like yellows and reds and greens and oranges. And then she has on these like green stirrup pants. Yes, I think they're stirrup pants. With these like red shoes. I do believe they are kitten heels, and then bright red knee pads. It's a look.
I love it.
It's
a
so
little
great.
It's a little bit salt and pepper. Push it.
Hey, yes,
A little bit.
a little bit. I like that's a
Bernice
good
version of
comparison.
it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't taking any notes this whole time.
That's okay.
Next time I will bring my computer and do that.
You can.
I
You don't have to.
forgot.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Got some gems in this episode.
Yeah.
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 So buckle up. We're back together.
We're back, babies.
We're
back together.
babies.
And wait for November. Who knows what's gonna happen? All the
It's
wonderful.
gonna be a great month. Can't wait for November.
Leslie, where can people find us?
We are all over the internets. We are the Girls Who Came to Sugar Bakers on iTunes and our Podbean site. We are Sugar Baker Girls pretty much everywhere else, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Pinterest. If you like us, please take a moment to rate and review on iTunes. It helps us reach more people. You can also review on Stitcher or wherever you listen. It
Stitcher?
helps.
We're on Stitcher?
We are on Stitcher.
Are we
We've
on
been
Stitcher
for a
Premium?
minute. I don't know.
Because that's like all
It's been a minute since
all
we
the
got on
Earwolf
there.
stuff that I want on like Stitcher Premium. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get that.
Oh man.
They should give us a discount. We have a podcast on there.
Yeah. Can we get a deal?
Wow. Okay, so
Well,
thanks for listening,
yeah.
everyone. We'll
catch
talk
you
to you
next
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so much better when we can look at each other and like see it before we do it.
My buddy, my friend, just need to know our friendship won't end.
I was trying to like not like just stare at you as you're talking, so I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be looking down, and
Just
then I'm
look
like,
down.
when I look up to you to talk, and I'm just looking
Just
down,
like down. So
be thinking,
I get back into the groove.
yeah.
All right, I'll stop recording.